In Midnight Cowboy, John Voight plays Joe Buck, a small-town Texan who goes to New York to become a hustler and ends up being the one who's hustled. Shortly after arriving, Buck gets scammed by Ratso, a crippled con man played by Dustin Hoffman, who later wins him over with his charming personality and helps him become a gigolo. Ah, the simpler movie times of 1969. In one scene, the sex cowboy and crippled scammer were supposed to walk down a busy intersection talking about the finer points of prostitution. Piece of cake, right? Time for a happy accident. New York City. Since the filmmakers didn't have permits, the scene had to be shot with a hidden camera and carefully timed to coincide with the walk signal. After about 15 failed takes, and just when the actors were finally getting the timing right, a cab driver blew past a red light and nearly ran them over. Hoffman reacted by slamming the car and yelling, "I'm walking here!" "I'm walking here!" So that was all improvised, and in fact you can see that Ratso even loses his accent while yelling at the driver and hitting the car in a distinctly non-cripple-like manner. "I'm walking here" became one of the most memorable lines in cinematic history, according to the American Film Institute, and by far the best-known part of a movie that includes Angelina Jolie's dad getting a blowjob from a guy in a movie theater. The scene perfectly defines Hoffman's vulnerable but short-tempered character and the whole welcome to New York tone of the movie. The veracity of this story has been disputed by a producer, but Hoffman himself confirms that it's real and adds that he nearly said, "I'm acting here," because that's what he was doing up till the moment when the cab bumped into him, but he replaced acting with walking at the last second to avoid ruining the shot. Moral of all the story, Dustin Hoffman is un-f***ing flappable.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you want to subscribe, please hit the big C in the middle. If you want to watch another video, please click one of the links on the right. And if you want to get notifications from YouTube every time you have a new video, click the little bell icon and they will send you a notification every time you put up a new one.